Hi, and welcome to Jeremy's Tech Channel. And today we're going to talk about 3 things I think Linux beginners need to know. First off, just to let you know, I'm a Linux noob as well. So I just may be a couple steps down the process than you, and you're a little concerned about what you need to know, what's going on, what do I need to know? So here are 3 things. 1, do your research. Look, it doesn't sound glamorous or exciting. It doesn't get you in and start coding away. But read online. Use YouTube. If you're using this video as an educational tool, and there are many of YouTubers who use Linux, use it. Spend months learning, growing, or weeks, or days, or hours, however much time you have. I also suggest you use a virtual machine. There are virtual machines that you can install on multiple platforms. A cross-platform one is called Oracle VM VirtualBox. Here is my setup with VirtualBox. I typically use Virt Manager, but for this description for you guys looking, when I was on my Mac trying to find and learn and grow with Linux on a virtual machine, I use VirtualBox. And so here, this one is here, and this is a little setup because I am looking at installing Kubuntu on my wife's laptop so that she can use Linux on her old laptop. I'm pretty interested in this. So, hey, I'm not going to sit there and walk through this whole thing for you, but I did want you to see, hey, this is an easy way. Try and break it. It's okay. It's not going to ruin your system. It's in the sandbox of the virtual machine. It's absolutely wonderful to be able to have that. So I just wanted to show you that real quick. We can power off the machine, no problem. And here we go. Number 2, you don't have to use the terminal, but it sure does help. Distros like Elementary OS, Pop OS, and Manjaro try to give you tools so that you can work without the terminal. And really, you can do this. My son, I installed Pop OS on his machine, and he's never needed to open up the terminal because I've already set it up for him. He can get around. If he needs to install some new software, they have a software center there. They do some things like that to make that easier up front. If that's what you're looking for, that may be great, but you need to be honest with yourself when you're doing this and going through this journey and beginning Linux, what you're actually trying to achieve. But you should be honest with yourself on why you're leaving Mac OS or Windows. Are you just running away from ads in your start menu and you just need to get to work immediately? Or maybe you're having issues because your hardware is getting older and you don't want to let go of it. Maybe you're interested in open source software. Maybe you're interested in seeing what's under the hood, if you will, in your operating system. Maybe you want a choice. My wife admitted to me she really only needs Google Chrome. She does all her word processing, Excel spreadsheets, research, social media, everything within the web browser. And yes, that means she has like 16 tabs open up on Google Chrome. Let me go here and really, this is something I pulled up from 2008. I had a Google Doc, so I pulled it up, and she's able to work within this. That's all she needs. Is that all you need? Do you just need a web browser? Hey, find something that feels comfortable to you with a desktop environment that feels comfortable to you. Install that browser and rock and roll, man. You got this. For me, I wanted to learn, I wanted to tweak, and I wanted to maximize my system. I wanted choice, and for me, that meant learning the terminal. I chose an operating system, a distribution, Endeavour Os, which all your software package management is done through the terminal. You do you, I do me, we can do this. Number 3, don't be afraid to be a noob. Own it. It is easy to get intimidated in the Linux space. So many of the people who use it are the same people who are contributing to the code that makes Linux wonderful. These people are brilliant and have a lot of ownership in Linux because they've given so much of themselves with their time. This doesn't mean we don't belong. It just means that we need to learn to speak their language. When you're in a forum or having a conversation with someone who's using Linux and is one of these wonderful, brilliant people, be honest with where you're at. Hey, I'm new to Linux. Start to learn some of their language. What does sudo mean, for example? And when you're speaking a similar language, they will definitely be willing to help and give you what you need to succeed. Yes, there are some grumpy, read the, manual kind of people, but many more are ready and willing to help. I'm a Linux noob, no big deal. Look, the Linux journey is amazing and fun and fascinating and frustrating and weird and just, it's like a sci-fi epic. It's amazing. But whether you are trying to move away from Microsoft Windows or Mac OS, or you're trying to learn something new, or you're just curious, or maybe you've been interested in the Steam Deck and wondered what Steam OS was about. They tell you it was built on Linux and you want to check it out. Hopefully today, this video has helped encourage you to make those steps, become something beyond just a beginner, and to get comfortable in Linux. See you next time.